लंबी सवारी कितनी थी? पूरा ही गया होगा कोई?
A catastrophic crash involving Air India flight AI171, bound for London Gatwick, occurred shortly after takeoff from Ahmedabad, India, on Thursday, resulting in the tragic loss of at least 204 lives. The flight was carrying 242 passengers and crew members, including 53 British nationals, when it plummeted into a residential area in the western Indian city of Ahmedabad. According to Ahmedabad's police chief, G.S. Malik, 204 bodies have been recovered from the wreckage, while 41 individuals are receiving medical treatment for injuries sustained in the disaster. Initially, Malik reported that there appeared to be no survivors, suggesting that the death toll might include local residents in the vicinity of the crash site. However, he later clarified that one passenger, identified by Indian media as a British national, miraculously survived the incident. Detailed timeline and crash circumstances. Flight details and departure. Air India flight AI171 departed from Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport in Ahmedabad at 13:39 local time, 0809 GMT on Thursday. The flight was scheduled to arrive at London Gatwick Airport at 1825 BST, carrying a mix of passengers, including 53 British nationals, alongside the crew. The aircraft, a commercial passenger plane, was expected to complete a routine international journey, but met with disaster almost immediately after leaving the runway. Crash sequence. According to data from the flight tracking website, Flight Radar 24, the aircraft's signal was lost less than 1 minute after takeoff, when the plane was at a low altitude of just 625 feet, 190 meters. India's aviation regulator reported that the pilots issued a mayday call to air traffic control moments before the crash, indicating a critical emergency on board. No further communication was received from the aircraft, suggesting a rapid and catastrophic failure. The plane crashed into Meghani Nagar, a densely populated residential neighborhood in central Ahmedabad, causing widespread devastation. Crash site description: the aircraft slammed into a doctor's hostel in Meghani Nagar, a facility housing medical professionals. Verified footage captured in the aftermath showed massive plumes of thick black smoke billowing into the sky, visible from various parts of the city. The impact site was marked by significant destruction, with a large hole torn into the wall of the hostel's canteen, where tables and plates of uneaten food were left abandoned as occupants fled or were caught in the crash. One local woman, speaking to ANI news agency, recounted the harrowing experience of her son, who sustained injuries after jumping from the second floor of the hostel to escape the chaos caused by the plane's impact. Casualties and immediate response. Death toll and injuries. Ahmedabad. Police Chief G.S. Malik confirmed that 204 bodies were recovered from the crash site, though it remains unclear whether this figure includes only passengers and crew or also local residents who were on the ground at the time of the impact. Additionally, 41 individuals were reported injured and are receiving treatment at nearby medical facilities. The sole confirmed survivor, a British national, has not been publicly identified, and their condition remains undisclosed. Emergency response efforts. The crash triggered a massive response from emergency services, including firefighters, police, and medical teams, who rushed to the scene to extinguish fires, search for survivors, and recover bodies. BBC correspondent Roxy Gagdekar, reporting from near the crash site, described a frantic scene as local residents joined emergency personnel in a desperate effort to save lives amidst the burning wreckage. Gagdekar noted the grim task of removing bodies from the debris, underscoring the scale of the tragedy. Indian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal addressed the media, expressing profound sorrow and stating, "We have lost a lot of people," reflecting the national grief over the disaster. Impact on Ahmedabad and ongoing developments. Airport operations suspended. Following the crash, all operations at Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport were halted, disrupting air travel in and out of Ahmedabad. Authorities have not specified when normal operations might resume, as the focus remains on investigating the crash and supporting rescue and recovery efforts. Local impact. The crash's location in Meghani Nagar, a residential area, has raised concerns about the potential loss of life among local residents, including those in the doctor's hostel and surrounding buildings. The exact number of ground casualties remains unconfirmed, but Police Chief Malik's initial statement suggested that some locals were likely among the deceased, given the densely populated nature of the area. Investigation underway. India's aviation regulator and other authorities have launched a comprehensive investigation to determine the cause of the crash. Preliminary reports have not yet identified whether mechanical failure, human error, or external factors contributed to the disaster. The mayday call and the rapid loss of the aircraft's signal suggest a sudden and severe issue, but further details are pending the recovery of the flight data recorders and cockpit voice recorders. Broader context and reactions. The crash has sent shockwaves through India and the international community, particularly given the involvement of 53 British nationals among the passengers. The Indian government, through its foreign ministry, has pledged support for the victims' families and those affected by the tragedy. The sole survivor's story, if confirmed, offers a glimmer of hope amidst the overwhelming loss. As rescue operations continue and investigators work to uncover the cause, the focus remains on supporting the injured, identifying the deceased, and providing answers to a grieving public. This tragic event underscores the vulnerability of air travel and the profound impact of such disasters on communities, both local and global. Further updates are expected as the investigation progresses and more details emerge about the circumstances surrounding the crash of Air India Flight AI171.